Something strange is happening to music. Even with the endless supply through streaming services, people are still going back to physical media. So I decided to see what happens when you make music the same way, only using real sounds. I'm sitting on a beanbag and I've got no idea where the f I am, so if we actually want to see how physical media is making a comeback, we should probably go somewhere else. There's a big reason why owning music feels different, and most people don't even realize it. When you buy a record, you're starting a collection, and that collection creates ownership in the music. You know, you own that piece of art, so there's more intention for you to listen to the entire album because it creates more personal meaning. Physical media elevates music from content to art. Streaming services allow for instant dopamine. And this also goes into short-form media. Short-form content like TikTok and Instagram Reels kills your reward system. Not every video on TikTok is great, but the next one might be, and that's what keeps you watching. And this is the exact same science that is in gambling. If I reward my dog for every time she sits, then that reward is gonna lose its meaning. Whether you're aware of it or not, short-form content like TikTok has shortened our attention spans. Physical media creates a deeper relationship through discovery. Going to a record store, you don't know what you're gonna find, and that's kind of the art of it. So what did we find? This. We're gonna be sampling the song Lovin' You by the OJs off their 1987 album, Let Me Touch You. The cool thing with vinyls is I had no idea about this album before I randomly picked it out of a record store. I kind of just picked it out with a hunch. Let Me Touch You? Sure thing, I said. So I picked it out, bought it, and, you know, the second song on the album, I quite liked it. So that's what we're going to be sampling. I'm going to play you a little snippet, and we're going to get to producing it. Let's turn this sample into a banger. I'm gonna play you the beat and then we're gonna break it down. Pretty tough, I reckon. It's pretty good. To find the chops to use for this beat, I've just found my favorite parts of the song, dragged those into the playlist, and then chopped out my favorite bits. I've then chopped up the drums from Thank God I Found You by Mariah Carey. I added in a bass, and then added a vinyl sound over top of the bass just to give it that distortion kind of feel. I also included some bird sounds. It's a bit random, but I saw Timbaland do it, and he's fair to say he's a pretty good producer. So yeah, I just kind of used it as a rhythmic addition. If I zoom in on the sample chops, you'll notice that they're not exactly all on grid, and this is what gives it that authentic feel. A lot of music nowadays is just perfect, and perfection is not what makes art good. If you do overthink your art, whether that's music or any painting or whatever, try your best to let go of perfectionism. If you start to overthink that it's not good enough, it's not how you want it to be, just acknowledge that feeling and don't fight it. I guarantee that if you just push past your overthinking, understand that it doesn't need to be perfect, and that as long as you learn something from whatever the thing is you're making, even though this beat isn't exactly how I want it to be, I've learned a lot from making it, and I'm hopefully teaching someone else, so, you know, I count that as a win. We've talked about the importance of physical music, and we've made a beat using only real sounds. But what about the future of music? The main reason I'm talking to you about the future of music, and the reason it's relevant to do so, is because of AI and the uncertainty that creates. Whether you make music or you just care about music in general. What's the point in creating anymore if AI can do it in seconds? But the question we have to ask is what makes art so good? Let's take the topic of this video, music. Human experience goes into that sound. You think about how many times the musician has failed, succeeded, the life experiences, they all go into the music. And then my experience as a producer. Intuition has a massive fact in art. There's no certain rules on how to do something. And even when the right way is to do it this way, but your intuition tells you to do it that way, that's often what gives you the best piece of art. So I know that AI is creating a lot of fear, but don't stop your dreams of creating because of AI, you know? AI isn't gonna go away, it's gonna get better, but human experience and physical experience is gonna be more, I don't know the word I'm looking for. I'll just say more important than ever. Because it is. In a world full of perfect stuff, it's good to be imperfect. Because humans are imperfect by nature, you know? We're not perfect, and that's what makes our creation so good. Anyway, I'm gonna change locations because it's getting cold as fuck. My hands are freezing. Just remember that physical music restores the meaning that music was always meant to have.
But there's a different thing that man has that the machines don't. It's an intuitiveness.
Yes.
Intuition and prediction are two different things.